Hi everybody, hello and welcome along you good journaling folk. Is that what we should call ourselves now? Now we're doing albums. I still think they're journals. I don't know why do people insist on calling them mini albums when they're actually quite a size? I don't know. Anyway, that's another topic. We are back again today with the bird watching book. Yeah, book. This was the box. You may recall it's still not put together. It's got, but that's all in hand. It's just easier when you're working on it to have it in two separate pieces. And here within, you can see our lovely book. Oh, it's so pretty, this one. It's really, really pretty. So there we have him. That's the cover. For those of you that haven't been keeping up with the videos through the week, and I don't blame you, there's been quite a lot hurled at you this week. Just as I've been doing pages, I've just uploaded them onto YouTube so you can see what's happening. And I've introduced a little bit of ribbon here, and I like it. It's softened it all up a bit. So there's ribbon running all the way down there. And then these three large stamps that I've backed with black. And this was one in the ephemera set. Remember, there were large ones and small ones, so I backed that onto black and stuck that on. We also managed to get the spine done, which is there, which looks nice, and the back. I love this paper, love that one. So inside we have the front cover, which you were with me when we did that. Blank page here, needs addressing. Here we've got the saloon doors. That still needs a tag put in it. Here we've got a half pocket, and there's loads and loads and loads of room in there for anything, I know this is for photographs ostensibly, but if this is a particular trip, then you might have brochures, tickets, catalogues, whatever. And, you'd get a good lot of them put in there, to be honest. Then on the back, we've got a pocket with a large tag on, so you could get a nice photograph on there. That just slips into there, and it's got that same light blue ribbon on it, so it sort of ties throughout the book. A little ephemera card, little bird told me. Then here we've got this page, and this flips out. And this is a little tuck. It tucks that way. Let's see if I can find something to tuck in it. Like that. So you could put a photograph or, anything. So, writing, journaling, whatever, and just tuck it into there. And on the rest of the page, we've got this pocket with a tag, with one of the stickers. It's been a long week in there, and then this pocket, which actually hasn't at the moment got anything in, but I'm trying to leave it till I've finished so I can see what papers I've got left to use up. So that just clips back onto there with a magnet, and then that's blank and this is blank, but I intend to address those today. So the first thing to address is probably this page. And I'm going to make it fairly straightforward, about as straightforward as I can. And it's going to be a tummy tuck. For those of you that are new to our channel and watching maybe for the first few times, welcome, very, very welcome. We're a very friendly group. We're a very kind group. That is indeed our motto, be kind. And I'm sure that you will, if you're watching, if you come onto live chat and say hi, everybody will be very delighted to see you, including me. So, but what I was going to say is we don't use the word belly band because to me it just sounds rude. We use the term tummy tuck. So this is in fact a tummy tuck. So what I've done is I'm really hoping I'm prepared for today's live because it's taken me all day up until 4 o'clock in the afternoon to get prepared. So here's one of these pages out the 8x8, and I've just cut it down slightly so it fits onto there. Then I've taken a piece of black card and scored it, folded it under, so it'll go under this before we stick it down. And I've used that same border punch, can you see down there, to do the edges of that. Then we've got some of this pattern. I really do like this pattern. Such a shame it's on the back of that absolutely beautiful paper, but I'm sick of saying that. They're all beautiful. So I'm going to stick that down there, and then I've got 2 little edging strips. I did have plenty of that. I could have cut it wider, but I wanted to just have a little edging strip down both sides like that. And like that. And then I'm going to, this is one of the ephemera cards that I've backed with the black card. And it says, if you want to fly, give up all that weighs you down. And that is my favourite sentiment in the whole thing. I love it. If you want to fly, give up all that weighs you down. And isn't that the truth? So that's going to get stuck onto the tummy tuck, so we can get, you know, a nice big photo mat or something behind it, but still even the page looks nice by itself. So let's get cracking with that then. Shall we have a roll call before I actually put glue to paper?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, go on then. We'll try.
Okay.
I haven't really been making a list, but...
Oh, okay.
Kyung.
Hi, Kyung.
Ros.
Hi, Ros.
Janya.
Hello, Janya.
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Zanet.
Hi, Zanet.
Violet.
Hello, Violet.
I think that's it, unless I've missed anybody. Shout out.
Okay, Candice, hello.
Oh, Candice.
I can't
Oh,
see
yeah,
anybody. Leanne, hello.
Oh, Leanne's just come
Just in time, Leanne. And I think anybody who comes in from now on, we're going to put on the naughty seat. How about that? We haven't had the naughty seat in action for quite some time, and I don't even know if there's any cake on it. I'm sure Jen will tell us, because at some stage she'll end up on it. She's almost bound to. So, sorry Jen, but you know you will. So let's stick this on first down the centre, and I'm going to be using collard for the main part. I'm just going to flip those things out because they get on my wick otherwise. So collard, yes, glue of champions. I don't know why I said that. It's, look at that paper, look at the blue tits, and I'm covering them up with glue. Oh my goodness, what's the world coming to? I have thoroughly enjoyed making this. And I have ordered, you will not be surprised to hear, some more paper so I can make another one. I also was thinking about those wallpaper books that we had. Do you remember? We got them kind of cheap. I think they were £1 a piece, something like that. And I'm wondering why I can't use those. So let's just get this on here fairly centrally. Do want a black margin around it, top and bottom. Not much, just a bit. And I want that fairly equal. Okay, so with collall, it's a wet glue, and I know that sounds ridiculous because most glues are, but it really is a wet glue. So just take your finger and go around the edge and push inwards. Not push, that's a bit exaggerated, just any pressure that you're exerting, push it in towards the bit that you've just glued, and that will save seepages later on, like that. So it just takes a little minute to tack up, and during that time we can use this as an excuse to fondle. What's the matter, Mr. F?
I was just asking where we got that wrapping paper from. I found on eBay.
eBay? Yeah, eBay. He thrust his iPad under me one night and said, "Look at that." And I said, "Wow." Looked at the measurements, and I thought they were smaller. I thought they were like A3 size, something like that. But when I actually saw them, they are, oh my goodness, they are gorgeous. So right, that's that down. Now I'm just going to put these little blue strips Strips is the word I'm looking for. Oh, I don't think I've cut it off yet. Don't think I've cut it at the right length.
Hi Hester.
Hi Esther. Thanks for joining. Yeah, no, that just needs a little snip. That was one of the things that I didn't do because I thought it would be easier once I had the red down. You're probably right, really.
Jen says she's so jelly.
Are you jelly? Jelly of my Edith?
Jealous of my mystery box I got from the auction. Sight unseen.
Oh, yeah, you would be if you saw it. Honestly, even something this size I can't cut straight. What is wrong with me? I just need like a whisker off there. It can't be too difficult. Yeah, that's fine. And while I've got the scissors in my hand, I'm just going to do this other one as well. Just make sure that we get them to the right length, because that would look a bit bad if they weren't. I've been working out ways that we can use these techniques that we're learning and put them into junk journals. And I think I've thought of a really good idea. I think so. I haven't really tried it out yet. But for the people that bought the kits, the wallpaper border that's in there, I think I've thought of something really nice to do with that. So I'm keeping this straight with that punched out border that we've got there. And it's so thin that the glue is seeping out a little bit, but it's collal, so don't worry, you can always rub it off. There we go. And this one, just a tiny little bit. And I still haven't got my Timmy towel sorted out, because the ideal thing to do with this would be to run my finger up it, but if I do that I'm going to have gluey hands, but I'm going to have to do it anyway, because I don't want too much seeping out. Wiping on your trousers again. Trousers will be able to walk themselves to the washing machine soon. Rigidly. So there we are. That looks quite nice. Let's just have a check. Yep. Just lifts it from just being one solid colour, I think. So the next thing to do is to put this on. And I want that fairly sort of straight and fairly central. I wonder if the thing to do here, I don't know. I don't know. Let's get it like that, and then I can put some marks on the back. Where do we think the middle is? Somewhere like that, I would say. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to draw some... I don't know if it looks straight on the back there now. That's pretty straight. Just going to draw some lines down the outside of that frill. And I know I don't want... Frill's a bit much for it really, border. So then I know I can leave an allowance, and then I'll be alright, I think. So I hope you're all well. I have got the date for my second vaccination, which is this Thursday coming. So I'm hoping that all goes well, obviously. Alright, so let's just see. I think that's about there. Are we about right with the lines on the back? About there. Let's just have a check on the front. It's amazing, isn't it, how little your eye can detect. If it's just a smidge off, You can really see it. Right, I think that's okay. Let's just... I actually made a coffee today. Made it just 10 minutes before the live because we were both languid's the word, isn't it? Yeah, just no energy at all. I don't know why that was. It's just one of those things. Right, I have made a mark on here where I want this to go. That's how organised I am, guys. Yep. Unbelievable, I know. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on here. And let's just get this where I want it, which is about there. Yep. And fold that over. I need 3 hands. 3 hands would be so helpful. There we go. Yeah, I think that's right. I measured it before I did the border punch, so I haven't used this at all anywhere in the book. And I was thinking about using it, you know, the other way up, having this side up. But because I hadn't used it anywhere else, I just didn't want to introduce another pattern. I've got plenty of papers left, actually. So I'm sure that, you know, it'll come to light in the next incarnation of the Bird Watcher. Let's just check that's where I want it. There, I think. Okay. Right, that's that page done. That looks central, must be. It's ready to get stuck down into the book. That was nice and quick and easy, wasn't it? Actually, most of them are if you've already done the cutting out. And the thinking of which paper it is. Oh dear, the dilemmas that go into that. That's quite pretty. Quite a pretty page, actually. Right, so get this in. That only then leaves us one more page and the inside back cover, which you never know, we might get done today. Okie dokie. Oh, that was quite painless. That's very painless, wasn't it? The rest's going to go horribly wrong, surely, then. Well, it looks nice, I think, when you open the book and you see that. There's plenty of room underneath it for photos or anything at all.
Junior says, looking good, Miss P.
Thanks, Miss R. I'm just going around the edges with my bone folder. My scoring tool it is more accurately. Just going to go around it with the big one that Nancy gave me, because nothing argues with that. But I think we're okay. I've kind of forsaken the double-sided for glue, because, oh, look at that. I was just going to say nothing ever comes unstuck, and then what do you know? What do you know? Something came unstuck. I'd rather it came unstuck here. Right, I think we're okay. Let's just get this a little bit stuck down. I'll just use a little bit of Aleene's. If it wants to play ball, I don't know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think that had a little plug in it, so it might be all right after that. It's a very, very pleasurable way to pass your time, this, with this gorgeous, using gorgeous papers. It feels quite decadent, to be honest. I'm sure that'll be fine now. Okay, come around the right way. So, there we are. Lovely. Onto this one. So this one I thought I'd do a little bit more complicated than the last one, because why would I not? And this is kind of it, really. It's an angle pocket like that. This is how I'm planning it to go. Not saying it's gonna go. This is the back bit that goes in there. Then this is the front bit that comes here, like that. It should fit. And then I've just got two little stamps to stick on there. That's the plan.
Take a shot.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see you tomorrow.
That is the plan. So the first thing to do is to stick this on. And I just measured it, you know, it's out of my head. You can use any size that you want. I just wanted it to be the right size, and I wanted it to be a pocket big enough to put things in, so it's a gusseted pocket. Like that. I've no idea what that is, not a clue. So let's get some glue on this. Shall I put, I think I might put double-sided on as well. It's below the budget. So this is 3/8 double-sided. I'm also going to put a little bit of glue on with it as well, just to allow me a bit of fiddle factor. So just chop those off. And I always cut my corners like this off at an angle, because if you don't, you can see them. You can see the square bit across, and I don't like seeing that. Construction should be seen and not heard. Yeah. I can't get my fingers in the right place to chop this. Oh, come on. Okay. So I'm just going to score that down. Burnish it. What am I talking about? Pick off the backing tape. I even had cleared my desk, put everything away in the drawer, etc, etc. I know, amazing. Amazing what can be done. Now shall I put some double-sided across? No, I think I'll be alright with just glue. So, let's get the glue. I must have been busy because I've got through loads of glue. That's usually a good indicator of how busy you might have been otherwise. I've had quite a busy week. Bit of glue across the bottom. Just over the side over the top of the double-sided. Let's bring this page in. So I'm actually building this page on the page. Other times I've built it separately and then stuck it into the page, but this one's being built on the page. That's pretty square. What's going on? I'm trying to keep away a little bit from the hinge, just to allow it to lie flat. I'm learning as I'm going. I absolutely am learning as I'm going. There's quite a few things I think yet to learn. I thought I'd across that way a bit. Stay there. Okay. I think we're all right there. Let's squish that down good and proper. So I appreciate it's hard for you to see on black, which might have been another mistake I've made, as you can't see too much. Right, so that's in anyway. As soon as I put this in, it'll become a bit more apparent. Let's hope that this bit actually fits in there, because that, oh, look at that. What's going on with the world? So that's going to go there. So the question is, do I glue all of that, or do I just turn that back and glue the bit?
Lorna says hi.
Hi, Alona. Don't seem to have heard of you from you for a while. Hope you're all right. And I hope it's still not freezing cold. I think I might just glue it in, glue the bit that I can sort of see, kind of under there. That's what I'm going to do. I don't even know if there's any glue in it. I don't know if this is an authorised method or not, but I think it should work. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. I think we've got like 3,000 times more glue than we need, as a guess. Right, let's get the tissue to work. Lots of glue here, guys. And I don't want to squish it out the other way either and close this pocket for life. So I'll just take off the glue that I can see. A bit across the top. Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave well alone and hope that all is well. I think all's well inside. Excellent. So the next thing that's going to happen is this piece here is going to get stuck on, hopefully leaving a black border again. Yeah, I think we should be okay with that. This is easily peasy. I can look at that paper that was going to stick glue on. What is wrong with you? I don't know.
Sarah says hi.
Hello, Sarah. I think Sarah's on the naughty step because she's late. So, Jen, what's on the naughty step today? Do we have any cake? Cookies? Enough for me to want to go and join you? That'd be funny, wouldn't it, if we actually had a proper naughty step and I could just go and sit there and you'd just be looking at nothing. Right, so I want to get that with a nice little black border. Like that. I'm going to do that thing where you sort of push the glue in. Have any of you been watching Timmy's lives? actually now I've changed my time. I shouldn't be telling you this, you'll be leaving and going to watch Timmy. I think he starts just before I finish, that sort of time. And I believe that today there is a new colour of ink coming out. Woo-hoo. I wonder what it'll be. I mean, he's got pinks covered, hasn't he? He really has got pinks covered. Greens, he brought a new green out not long ago. Pinks, he brought that Kitsch Flamingo out. Browns, there's plenty of browns, isn't there?
Maybe blue. I pick a blue.
There's loads of blues though, isn't there? Chipped Sapphire, Salty Ocean, Faded Denim. There's others as well. Yeah, it might be a blue.
Calypso blue.
Calypso blue. He does pick some cracking names though, doesn't he? I think. Right, so anyway, let's get this stuck onto here.
People are asking for purple.
Yeah, actually purple, yeah. Because there's Dusty Concord, is it called? I'm not even sure that's available as an ink. It's an archival colour. It's not a colour I go to often, actually. Purple. I know Fancy likes it. Fancy Nancy. But yeah, for little girls and stuff, probably. I'm just going to fold out these. Oh, not.
Jen suggesting Jazzy Justin Blue.
Jazzy Justin Blue. That would be worrying, wouldn't it, if Tim brought that out? How does he know Justin's Jazzy?
More to the point, how does he know I'm blue?
Well, we're both blue today. What's wrong with us? What on earth's wrong with us today? Do you know? Been working hard, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got curtains, guys. We've got curtains up. Not at both windows, don't be silly. But at one window, down there, we've got curtains up. And they look fabulous. I must say, it's quite a novelty. It's quite a novelty having curtains up again. I mean, up until this period, up until today, when we've got a pair of curtains up, Mr. F's been putting, well, at this end, it's a duvet cover. And you know the bit of wood that goes above your window that you put your curtain rail onto? Well, he's got massive, like, clip things. And he's been putting the I don't know what you must make of us. Yeah, these, in fact, which are, yeah, can open a little bit, but he like gets the bedspread thing, puts it over that wooden, I can't do it, and clips it on. So that has been our curtains for a while now, and I've kind of got used to it. And actually it's really dark colour, so it makes the room really cosy. And down the other end we've had some sort of blanket up at the window as well, but we've got curtains now. So that's excellent.
Next up, I've got to move you, though.
Yeah, the next thing that has to happen is I've got to move. I've got to move all that stuff along there. And what I quite fancy having this table, so I'm looking out the window. But that's going to create real problems when it comes to filming it, because the camera that looks at me is directly ahead of me. So if I'm dead in front of the window, the camera's going to have to be outside. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? So Mr. F's going to have to come up with something. I don't know what. But I quite fancy crafting and looking out of the window. And I think the light would be good. But, you know, as good as I can possibly get it, in fact. So that's going to happen at some stage during this week. And I'm not looking forward to that. But, you know, gradually, we're working our way around this room.
Jen says the neighbours are happy.
The neighbours are happy watching me.
With the curtains, I think.
Oh, with the curtains. Oh, yeah.
Though, funnily enough, if you look out that window in a straight line, it's about 30 miles before you hit anybody.
Yeah, it's true. So, yeah, they're not complaining much. But out the front, yeah, way over there are houses. It's quite a ways over there. And I don't know who they are anyway, so tough. If they really, really, really complain, they can come in and do them themselves. But anyway, that's today's story. The highlight of the day is we have at least one pair of curtains. Well, that's all it's going to be, because I'm not moving all this lot today. Oh no, God, dread to think about it.
Young said that would be amazing. She's always down in a dungeon crafting.
Yeah, I think a window would be, looking out the window would be fabulous. I quite like the idea of having a dungeon as well, though. You can make as much mess as you like. Who's going to grumble? Because it's in the dungeon.
Yeah, you can have a drying rack.
Or a stretching rack. Oh, I'm stuck up with glue already at this early stage in proceedings. Right, so we've got the paper on, we've got the double-sided on. Let's burnish that down. This actually is quite a complex page. I know I made it look easy. But it did take a bit of thinking about and cutting the papers, etc., etc.
But it said if she was a neighbour and you were filming in front of the window, she'd have her nose pressed against the glass.
You could come in, Jen, if you were that close. Let's be honest. We were talking about this the other day. When we picture, well, it was you and Mike we were talking about, but anybody from America, when we picture having a conversation with you, and I have no idea why we would be having a conversation with you, but you speak with an English accent. You don't have an American accent. And I was thinking that because I was having a conversation with Jen in my head. And then I said to Mr. F, if you were speaking to Jen or Mike in your head, would they have an American accent or an English accent? And he said, oh, English. They have an English accent. So he's obviously been having conversations with you too, which is quite interesting, really. So yeah, in our heads, you have an English accent. Everybody does. Janya, Rose, everybody. It's quite funny, I think, that we have conversations with you. Got a bit of double-sided sticking out there, which I don't want. Right. Oh, let's see if I can get this stuck in. See if I can get that bottom bit on first. And see how straight I can get it. Wow, that ain't bad at all. Blimey, what is going on today?
Jen wants to know if she answers back.
Yeah, of course you answer back. We have proper conversations. Really proper conversations. Yeah, you answer back. I don't even know what these conversations are about, Jen, so don't ask me that. I can't give you an example of a conversation I've had with you, except I know I have had them. Not with Mike so much. I might have done a little bit, but not so much with Mike. It's more you, Jen. And Kyung for some reason. You're up there, Kyung as well. And you too have an English accent. Right, okay. So kind of, we're motoring, guys. We're motoring. So I'm going to put these two on here at that sort of angle, because I quite like that. I haven't backed them in black.
Pat says, good job, you make it look so easy.
You didn't see me earlier today when I was scratching my head trying to work out what to do. Do I need to back them in black is the question. Yeah, I've backed everything else in black, so I should really. It's not the most biggest job in the world anyway, is it really? And I like the continuity of it.
Jenny says she watched so much British TV that sometimes in her head when she says certain things she says it in an English accent.
Really? In your head? You'd
Horribly though.
Horribly. Oh, as you know, we've been watching Frasier again. We're nearly at the end of it now for the third time, I think. And Daphne's fine because she is English. But her brother, Simon, I can't remember his proper name now, used to be, was it Missing that was called? Where he was looking for missing people. I can't remember what the programme was called, but he's American and he's playing an English guy. Oh my goodness, I just can't tell you how much that grates. It's horrible. Surely in the whole of America there must be an English actor that could have taken that part. I'm going to stick this over here, make my life easy.
I sometimes think that they think we all sound like either Dick Van Dyke
Yeah.
and Mary Poppins, or we sound like the Queen.
I do sound like the Queen.
So true.
Yeah, very exaggerated. God blimey, mate, let's have a cup of tea. That was good, wasn't it? I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I think it's a bit like Irish people. They think that all Irish people go around saying, top of the morning. It's just these stereotypical things that you get stuck in your head, isn't it? I think this is better back and knees. I'm happier that we've done a complete job. Yeah, they look better. Take it from me, they look better. If I'm going to insist on using black card, I'm going to have to find a better source of it than my best black on black book, because it's too expensive. And it's a bit thick as well, to be honest. Right, so I've got two cards here. One's got a bird I really don't know what it is, and the other one is blue tit. So the blue tit is going on top, of course, going like that. I think that looks nice. I know this looks a bit plain, but it will have photo mats in, so it won't look as plain as it looks at the moment.
Sarah says she's a little behind with the project. How many pages are they going to be?
That is a really good question. I shall check it momentarily. Not that many, actually.
5 maybe?
There might be 5. There might not be even as many as 5. So I'll just pop that there. I want it at a jaunty angle. Not like me, is it? Usually I'm very square. Square, square and square. So just press that down a little bit. Fondle it for a minute. I was just looking there because I was just wondering whether you needed to come in a little bit or not. And that one there. Sometimes I think you're just a little bit too far away to see the action.
Jen says she's just talked to Jean. She thinks she would appreciate a shout out.
Jean, what can I say? You are forever in my thoughts. You absolutely are, and I know I'm not the only one. We're all trying desperately not to bother you by keep messaging you and whatever. But you really are absolutely in my thoughts, and I'm sure everybody in the group, certainly everybody here on live chat, wishes you all the best, and your husband, and I really hope that his health improves markedly and quickly. But no, don't think you've forgotten or anything like that. You're absolutely in my thoughts. So, yeah, we miss you. You are a miss, a huge miss.
Mike says he likes it when the Irish say 33 and a third.
33 and a third. Right, there we go then. That's that page complete. Let's have a quick count of how many pages we've actually got. 1, a half of 1, so 2. And this, no, there's another one. Oh no, that's it. 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. So 2 full size and 1 half size. I think that's a reasonable amount to start with, just to see if you like it, you know, and you don't have to invest too much in paper. I mean, not that you need to use this posh Stamperia stuff, you could use anything, I guess. But I do love this Graphic 45 and Stamperia stuff. It's beautiful. Right, so let's try and get this done, shall we? 4:45, I'm motoring today. Right, so for this page, or inside cover, I have made an envelope. You've seen me make these loads and loads of times. This is a sticker out the pack and it hasn't really stuck very well, so I always worry about that.
Lorna says it looks beautiful and Leanne says lovely.
Oh, thanks guys.
Mike says looking great, Miss P.
Thank you, Mike.
Andy likes the book.
You cheeky little boy. Oh, trousers. So I just want that to stick around there because it's just hiding the back of a, what you call them? Brad.
King says she loves those big envelopes, they've become a staple.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? This one actually is slightly different in as much as I haven't gusseted it. I mean, it's still, you know, it's still got lots of room in it, but I didn't put a gusset down the edge. I just didn't. No real reason. So that's going to go on there. This is the plan. These pages full of stamps. I mean, I've got so many. Even I couldn't use that many stamps, even with birds on. So I thought that I would use a strip of that up at the top, place my envelope, and then use a strip at the bottom. And if I'm lucky, that's going to work. If I've measured it incorrectly, it's not going to look so good. But I think the thing to do is stick the stamps on first, then worry from there. So it's a slightly larger, the covers are slightly larger than the pages, which was intended. I mean,
Candice says it looks stunning.
Candice is an album maker, and I've been lucky enough, fortunate enough over the period of time to have received some cards from Candice, and oh, I can't tell you how nice they are, how accomplished they are. They're beautiful. If there was 100 cards and you said to me, pick out Candice's card, I could do it, no trouble at all. They're just exceptional. And I haven't seen any of her books, mini albums or whatever, but I can imagine they are absolutely smashing.
Flo's joined us.
Hiya, Flo. Oh, did you bring anything for the naughty step? Because we've got people on it. People are on the naughty step. Oh, I've just squeezed out a load of glue. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, as I was saying, these papers, all the posh papers, Stamperia, however you say it.
I'm going to check you fit with the envelope before you do that one down.
Well, I can fiddle.
Okay.
That's why I'm putting these down first.
You have a fiddle factor.
Yeah. I think I do, anyway. If not, I can just put another little thin bit of paper in, can't I?
Nancy says she loves the framing of everything. It makes them stand out.
The black framing bit, yeah, I like that too. I really do. But it means that your cutting has got to be pretty exact. Which is something I like. I like the challenge of that. Candace, if you've done any, well, I know you've done mini albums. Do you think you could share some pictures with us on the group? It'd be lovely to see something that you've done, please. Right, so this envelope here should fit just in there.
Jen
And what do
says
you
she's
know?
Serving fibre on the step today.
Fibre? What? We want something nice. And that, unbelievably, is the right size. I did measure it. I did cut down the margin off the birds and stuff. So it would be kind of the right size, but it's absolutely the right size. That is a shocker and a half, isn't it? So I'm just checking that sticker's stuck down. I have already cut out some cardboard buttons from paper, remnant paper, and I've put on my string. And on the bottom, that's just 2 stickers that were in the pack, and I've just stuck them back to back, just on the end of the string, just to bejizzle it a little bit. That's going to go there. I cannot get over that. So,
Jen said, ha ha, the look on Miss P's face.
fibre. Yeah.
And then Jen said, that's the face you get if you don't eat enough fibre. LOL.
Jan, we don't... I don't want fibre. Carrot sticks. No. Flo brings much better stuff, Jen. You're off. Flo, what have you got? This probably would have been a contender for double-sided and glue, but it's getting glued.
Sarah says there's a new shop in her town called Celtic Table, and they sell lemon curd, and she's discovered lemon curd.
Oh, it's quite easy to make, actually.
She likes it on toast.
Oh, I like it on anything. Toast, yeah. Yeah. It's a delight, is lemon curd. I have made quite a lot of it in my life, actually. It is really quite easy to make.
Nancy said, did you send that cutter back?
No, I didn't, because I realised what was wrong with it. It was operator error. The black card, it's tricky to cut no matter what. I've tried it with my quilting ruler and my rotary cutter, and it's just tricky. It's tricky stuff to cut. But this paper, no, I think what I was doing was, and I think it is a bit of an error on their behalf, I was using it like that and pressing down here, which was taking the paper away from the blade. But I honestly think that they could do with having something like a foot or something there to stop you doing that. But I've kind of got the hang of it now, and I don't press down as much, and it just whizzes through it with the greatest of ease. So no, it was all my fault. Apart from the black paper, which is just awkward stuff. So let's get this burnished down. I'm quite amazed today at how things have gone together. I must say that to you, I am. Because you know me, guys, things don't usually happen that way. Right, so let's open our little thing up again. Not for any other reason than when you open it up, just look at that. It's beautiful. And because I haven't lined it, Ordinarily with junk journals and stuff, I'd line the inside of it. But I wanted to leave this paper because it's too nice. And so the legs of the brad that I put on, I've just disguised with a sticker out of the pack that came. And I actually put a sticker on the back of there as well, because it's awful if you're putting things in and they get stuck on legs of brads, etc. So that's that. It's gorgeous. But there is rather a lot of red around. So I've picked up these two. These were out the book, out the 8x8 actually. And I thought they might go quite nicely there. Just to break up that red just a little bit. I haven't backed these onto black, but I very carefully cut them out, excuse me, with a margin around. And in the book, there's a black margin around all of these. So I've left that black margin. I don't think that I need to back it again. I need this on the left-hand side because if I put it on the right-hand side, like that, then when I put this down, I'd be sort of covering the bird, and I don't want that. So it's going to have to go on this side, which is a bit of an echo of that, but never mind. I'm learning. So nearly fell in my coffee. I used to do that as a child. My dad used to say, "You're going swimming." I enjoyed showing you the photographs last weekend. I hope I didn't bore you with them. It was a nice trip down memory lane for me. I'm going to have to get my collal filled up again soon. Goodness. So that just fits nicely on there, nicely in from there, nicely down from there, nicely up from there. Nicely, in fact, it fits there nicely. There we go. Quick little fondle. Oh, here comes Mr. F with a little bottle of collal. Just going to pop that there. Just so these two green things aren't marooned, really. You all right there, Mr. F?
Yeah, just wait to fill your bottle.
Oh, right, okay. It's not very long since you filled it, is it really? Thank you, my love. Birdwatcher. So I'm just going to pop that there. Like that. And you know what, guys, apart from the actual photo maps that I'll do on my own. I mean, all I'm going to do is cut out a rectangle or a square or whatever and pop it in, but I'll show you when it's all done. But I don't think you need to watch me do that. So having said that, I think we're pretty much done. Let's have a flick through.
Yeah.
Mr. F's small bottle of collal. Can you imagine trying to use that?
It's open, by the way.
Oh, best not do that and end up with glue everywhere. That would be just typical. It's just white.
Before you get carried away.
I was just going to, I was going to get carried away. Right, so the cover, I really like that. I don't think, sometimes I do covers and prominent things. Then I sit down for the night, then I get up and look at it again in the morning and I think, I really wish I hadn't done that. But this I really like. I'm pleased with it. I like the two colours, I like the ribbon, I like this Robins Appear When Loved Ones Are Near. And I love these three stamps down there, particularly the blue tit. Then you open it up, you've got this nice big pocket. That isn't a pocket, is it? No. And this nice 3D element here that says Flock Together, which is like us, isn't it? We flock together, don't we? Yeah. Then here I've got the tummy tuck that you watched me put on earlier and be able to get nice lot of stuff in behind there. Then our saloon doors, which open like that, and that needs a tag in there. That shows off this paper though beautifully. I love it. I like the red pocket with the red inside of the saloon doors. That shuts down. And we've got this half pocket here. Might not put too much in there because the idea is that whoever owns it eventually will put their own ephemera, is the proper word for it, in there as they go along. But I like that, and I like the little strip that's also been backed with black. It stands out nicely. 2 little brads hold that in place. And then on the back, I've got this with the big tag, which is, you know, good sized photo mat. I might actually put cream paper on the back of that so you can journal on it, because I think it's important to have journaling space. You know, this photograph of Harry was taken at such and a place, such and a year, whatever it is. Then this one that opens up, and it's got this tag in there and a big pocket in there. I quite like that. I might add something else here, I don't know. I might. And then this tuck spot here. Like that for a photo or a note or whatever. I might just include some, not this is quite thick, but some cream medium weight paper in there so people can journal on it if they want to. And on the back of that tag as well. And then we come to this one, which is the one you've just watched me make today. 2 lovely big pockets in there. One there, one there. I think we're all right. And then this one with the really big envelope on the back. And I imagine that, you know, in my mind, that you would be putting things like cinema ticket stubs, theatre ticket stubs, opera, ballet, wherever it is that you choose to go, and maybe, you know, a little program, something like that. Just keep everything in there all together that's relating to the photographs that you're displaying in the rest of your album. And then that's the back page, which is plain. I always like to leave my back pages plain because that's what's next to the table or whatever it is you're looking at, and you don't want things that are going to catch, because that way is disaster. There's the spine again, for those of you that didn't catch it earlier. I like that. It's backed in black again, Nancy, and it does, I mean, without the black backing around there, it would just look nothing. But it's got the blue tits on. And there we are, back again to the front. So that goes into the box. I know, as I say, it needs some more journaling photo mat things. And that's the lid. And there we have it. Project pretty much complete, apart from some photo mats. So what a substantial gift that would be for somebody, I would say. And because I'm just learning the process, it'll be in my Etsy shop, but it won't be that expensive. Haha. So, there we go. So can you relieve me of that somewhere, please? Thanks very much.
Do you think if you prize lots out of me boxes?
Oh yeah, let's have a look then. Yeah, the other day, actually it comes to my email, I don't know why, and it said, "Well done, Miss Mitchell, you have won such a lot at the auction." So I said to Mr. F, "Aye, what's going on here? What have I won at the auction?" And he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, that's me." So this is one of the things, and this is embroidered, it's cross-stitched, and it's just so pretty. I mean, the frame is pretty appalling, but the actual thing is really, really nice.
It says 1950 on the back.
1950, gosh. And I think that would look quite nice on our wall, our Edith wall. So it needs to be reframed, but it's a very nice thing.
Smaller selection of the books.
Yeah. Collins' Hand Guide to Trees of Britain and Northern Europe. So there's some nice things in here to include. I mean, that's a lovely page to include in a journal, I think. Really, it's a lovely book. I mean, look at it. So there was about, I don't know, how many books would there be in there?
There was 4 boxes. So
4 boxes.
30 or 40, maybe more.
Yeah, there was a lot. Let me just put these clips away. And this one, The West Country is a Garden. Now, I had a very similar book to this, but I think it was called The Lake District is a Garden. But I'm pretty sure that the illustrations were the same, which pleases me no end because they are absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. Well, and it's sewn in because there's the stitches, so that would lift straight out. Really gorgeous. And so it goes on. I mean, it's a stunning book. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. Primrose. I love primroses. So yeah, that's that book. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it, with the butterflies? So yeah, that's that. Trees in Britain. Whoever owned this previously to us obviously had a thing about trees, or their family thought they had a thing about trees and kept buying them books at Christmas time. This, it's not so much my going because it's more photographs. I like the illustrations better, but that might oh, they've dried some leaves. That might get put back into a charity shop actually, because I can't see me particularly using that. Wildflowers of Britain. Once again, this is the same sort of thing, photographs, and I'm being really choosy here. Oh, copy of Lady magazine. Yeah, I'm being quite choosy here and saying that probably will go back into a charity shop. And I've got to say things like that because my bookshelves are groaning with books that I really do want to use. So, I mean, they're gorgeous, but maybe not. And this, which Mr. F didn't even know was in the boxes, didn't mention it particularly. You all know what this is. It's the story of Edith Holden. And it does actually have really nice nice things in it as well. I mean, look at that. Look at that rusty, Jen and Mike. So yeah, I mean, there's some nice things. That's gorgeous, that little Christmas card that she's painted. And the dog rose, my very favourite. Oh, I love that. So yeah, I mean, what a joy to find that book in amongst all the other. There's a lovely sepia panel there somewhere. Oh, I don't know, it's gone now. But yeah, lovely. Look at that. Really nice book. Fabulous. And also, haha, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. Well, we all know about this, don't we? And this, look how yellowed those pages are. I absolutely love that. This is one of the best copies I've ever had, I think. So yellowed. Oh, this book never gets old, does it? It never ever gets old. It's phenomenal.
Jen says we'll be having a conversation about that book later in your head, Fiona.
Okay, Jen, I'll look out for you. Well, you'll just come barging in, probably. Yeah, this is really, really yellowed and gorgeous. And just waiting to go in a journal. I love that. So yeah, there we are. They were all in there. A pristine thing of... I'm just trying to see what year this was. 20th impression, March 1985. So how long ago was that? 95, 2005, 2015, 36 years ago. So, there you go. So those are part of a huge, Mr. F says there's about 40 books now. Yeah, I think he's probably right. There's that one by Keith Brocky as well. There's loads of really good books that they hadn't even identified singularly. They just said boxes of books. So Mr. F, being the good auction goer that he is, and of course you can't get to the auctions to view. You've just got to have a look at the photograph that they give you and judge from there. So, right, okay. So what I was going to show you was some other papers that I have that I think would make nice albums. And I did have another one that's gone on the missing pile. But I wanted to show you this one. It's another one of these Stamperia. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if anybody's sure how you say it, to be honest. This is different. Usually I go for pretty, as you know. But I saw this one and I thought, ooh, that's sort of kind of more art journal-y, and I like that idea. So this gives you a good overview of what's within, but we'll have a good look. This is a really nice border and I love this colour. But all of these elements, these houses here, you could fussy cut out. I've only got one pack of this instantly, so it's going to have to be a smallish kind of book. But I love the borders that they give you with it. I mean, that looks like curtains up there. You could slice that down there. You know, there's lots of things that you could do with this and build up on it. This is a beautiful sort of collage page. It's really nice. I love this at the bottom. And this, yeah, this is what sold me the whole thing, actually. I love this bird. I love, obviously, that colour. It's my favourite colour, really. Well, apart from chartreuse. But there's so many elements in here that you could cut out and use. And if you were to introduce some cardstock that kind of went with this, you could make this go quite a long way. I haven't got any card like that at the moment, but that's kind of the plan. This, gorgeous borders. These, I don't know what they're called, cut aparts. I think they're journaling cards, but you know, probably got some fancier name. And even on the bottom and the top here, there's a border that you can cut out. And the backs of those are lovely. I'd have a dilemma with those, actually. This is fabulous. Fussy cut the cups. Life is like a cup of tea, all in how you make it. Life is good. I like that. My life is good, and I'm very appreciative. With a cup of tea in your hand, anything is possible. Well, I don't feel like that because I'm not a great tea drinker, but I get the gist. You know, with a cup of tea in your hand, anything is possible. I love this border down the bottom. Love the idea of fussy cutting these. I like this well. That sounds a bit like me. Well. And this sort of melange up here, it's just gorgeous. And look at these. These say waterfall to me. But, you know, you could fussy cut them. I mean, look at this bird here, creating. He's got a little note with love in his beak. And this cup of tea here that says inspire. These houses. So you could fussy cut those out and join them onto those houses, and you'd or set them forward maybe from there, and you'd have a whole village. Am I getting carried away? There's more houses here. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a city in a minute. And that's the backs of those, really nice as well. And then this has already got a village in it. Look at this border. It's beautiful. It slightly reminds me of Lorna's wallpaper set, or sets, should I say. She's got several of them and they're all beautiful, and they're all sort of 30s, 40s, 50s wallpapers, and that's kind of like that a bit. The starry sky. Tape measures along here, ready to be chopped out. Look at that. There's no way that this is getting a look in with this on the back. I love this. It reminds me of, I don't know, a blouse or a dress or something that my mum had. It's just gorgeous. And it's got all this lovely border around it and all these tape measures ready to be cut out. Then this page, excuse me, I don't know how many of these I would use. I might use Dream Big. I wouldn't use greetings or best wishes or with love or special day or for you or thank you. I possibly would use make a wish and Dream Big. But I love these tags. I love them. You know, if you built them so as that was you had a bigger tag and this was like a swing tag on the front. That's what I'm seeing anyway. And these roundels, fabulous. And look at that. That's gorgeous. But look at this. See, this isn't, it's not like the sort of stuff that I normally go for, but I love it. I love these sort of cake boxes here, or hat boxes or whatever they are. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Hey, that's good, isn't it? Today is a present. And, you know, as we're celebrating our own lives day by day, just spare a thought for Jean, send her some positivity, and keep her in your thoughts. It can't do any harm, can it? So that's that page. It's just gorgeous. That is a bit too grungy for me. So I would be using that, which I really like. That's on the edge of my grunge-ometer. This, too grungy. Maybe you could use smaller parts of it. This is lovely. I love this. Really nice. Fantastic elements that you can cut out. Love, laugh, smile. Yay. And that, which I also really like, I love this border around here, and it says the story. The story what? The story begins, the story ends, the whole story? I don't know. And then here you've got all these alphabet letters. I like the idea of using those. Just randomly, not in any alphabetical way, just randomly throughout the book. And then this page, which I love, borders everywhere, they're fabulous. And this, which is the inside cover, and that's the back. So that I just wanted to show you because it's different. It might be my next project, I'm not sure, but I could do with getting some complementary sort of cardstock. And the other thing I wanted to show you just before you disappear, if I can get Mr. F. Mr. F, darling.
Yeah?
Could you pass me something over, please?
What?
You see that bundle of 12 by 12? Yeah. Thanks. These are 12 by 12s that I have bought throughout the years from places like The Works, The Range, Hobbycraft or whatever, whenever they've been cheap and I've seen them. And this one, as you can see, cost me £2. Now, there's a heck of a difference between the price of this and the price of those really expensive Stamperia Graphic 45 Minté type papers. It's 24 sheets, they're double-sided, and you know, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, that's lovely. So I'm thinking that I'm going to task myself to make a book with the cheap end of life and see what I can come up with. I seem to have a lot of pink, so it might be that, you know, I mean, this is £1.50, why wouldn't I buy it? Why wouldn't we all buy it, which is why we've got so many. This I think I might have dipped into a couple of times. Yeah, there's some sort of remnanty bits left. But I think that we could make something really quite pretty out of this. Oh, that does funny things to your eyes. You know, if we were selective, I think we could be all right. And I think it would be a darn sight cheaper than the very expensive paper that I've just been showing you. So there's some in there. There's this one. Oh, £2.99 this one. I'm not, you know, in a limited amount, that would be fine. I'm not sure about these ones, but you know, you can't tell till you've actually got somewhere for it to go, really. That's quite nice. So I'm thinking that if I put my thinking hat on, my thinking cap, I need my thinking cap again. And I really like that actually, that's really pretty. And if we, instead of using black, if we used white, I think we might get away with it. So I shall be thinking about it. I'll have a chat with you, Jen, if you're in my head. But if anybody else wants to pop into my head, I'll happily talk to you. But you see, a lot of them are backed onto white. There's not much cream going on here. So I think we're going to have to use white where we've used black in the last one. Colourful flowers. Oh, yeah, well. I thought these were all going to be horrible. Oh my goodness, I can't get away with that. Or that. That's very retro. Too retro for me because I was there the first time round. But there are some, I think, that we could... Obviously been snuffling bits for collages. So for what they cost, I think it's got to be worth a shot. Oh my giddy aunt. No. You see what I mean? Let's just flick through these. Romantic Escape, £2. Have we already had a Romantic Escape? Or am I imagining things? I'm imagining things. Here's the romantic, and this is really, guys, when I tell you, this is a fraction of what the 12 by 12s that I own. It's shocking, really. That's nice. Yeah, it is. It's shocking what you accumulate. And really, up until now, I haven't had any great use for them. I just collect them, I look at the papers, I think, oh, that's nice. And it was probably worth the £2.99 to me, just to actually look at the papers and just feel them, and, you know. And then they've just got put in a drawer and forgotten about. So I think it's time they came out. That's nice. And we had a go with them. And hopefully, then you also will get your supply of 12 by 12s. And I know you've got it. I know you've all got supplies of 12 by 12s. And we'll have a go at building something quite nice out of, you know, I mean, all of these together didn't cost what this cost. So it's time to have a go. Time to get your 12 by 12s out of the cupboard and let's make something pretty. So that's what I will be doing next week in the videos, etc. Tomorrow I might have a go at the waterfall for the nature journal, and the bit that I'm talking about is this bit of border, wallpaper border that you all got in your packs. But I mean, you don't have, you know, you can use any paper. I'm just thinking that it would be quite nice in that. But we'll see how we get on. And I guess that's it really, guys. Thank you very much once again for joining me. And yes, you do sometimes join me when you're not there as well. So Jean, we're thinking about you, we really, really are. And everybody take care. Be good, behave yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, take care, see you tomorrow, bye.